All right, it is everyone's favorite time. It's time for a new gardening video. Today, I'm just going to take you around the front part of the house and show you what I have been doing with alternative ground covers. So, without any more blah blah blah, let's take a walk. All right, so first off, down these steps we have a little walkway that I made uh, out of rocks and pistachio shells, if you can see that. So we walk along here, and then the second part of this walkway is where I've got my first alternative ground cover. It's a species of sedum called Sedum acre. Get you up close right there. It's bright green, very rubbery, and in the spring it blooms a bunch of yellow flowers. There, see if you can get a close-up of that. It's all singular stems, very rubbery leaves, and I really like this type of ground cover. I've got it dispersed all through these rocks right here. It grows pretty thick, and it allows a little bit of other vegetation to get through, as you can see here, but not too much, which is a big reason why I like it. And all down here. Sedum acre. All right. Then moving back along here, besides that random pot of moss, we have right here is my peacock spike moss, another form of alternate ground cover. It's looking much less green than it was when I transported it from Charleston. But I have done research on it, and it seems to be getting the right amount of shade, the right amount of moisture. I'm not 100% sure about the soil, but I surrounded it with my compost. It's just looking a little bit, quite a bit more blue and purple than green. And I have read where that tends to happen in certain conditions, so I'm hoping that it's all right, because I really like this peacock spike moss, if you can get a close look there. All right, but then the real main attraction is over here. In the beginning of the summer, I transported bark chips from the railroad across the street and covered my front lawn here to get rid of the grass. And recently, I have been uncovering parts of the earth to experiment with these ground covers. So as you can see, I have a nice long column of ground cover here. This is another species of sedum called Sedum terranum. It's quite a bit different than the sedum acre. It doesn't have the individual stems. If you can see this big one, this has 3 big stalks coming off of the center here. Also very rubbery leaves, which I like. It doesn't grow as thick as Sedum acre, which is a slight problem, because it leads to grass is very invasive, and so you need something kind of strong to be able to grow and not be overtaken by it. This is a little bit weaker than the Sedum acre. Anyway, if you also notice, I've got orange peels and lemon peels dispersed amongst the sedum, both to add acidity to the soil. These plants like acidic soil, and also to add some nitrogen to all this carbon. The ideal for composting, if anyone watched my compost video, is a specific carbon to nitrogen ratio. I've got tons of carbon here, and now I've added some nitrogen, and there's also some eggshells in there too, if you can see. I just want to get a close-up look at this, because it's really cool. Anyway, the goal is to have this overtake this spot and then slowly expand it down the hill or to the sides or whatever, thus cultivating my alternate ground cover. And I'm just going to take a walk down my walkway, past my sedum acre, and down to the road so I can show you where I'm getting this sedum terranum. I found some of it right here, if you can see. This is where I really kind of discovered it and started researching it. But the funny thing is, while I'm setting up, its own little spot up there to cultivate it, it actually grows all over the place. It just tends to grow near the road. And I never really noticed it until I started looking for it. And now, if you can see that, it's a huge patch right here next to my neighbor's mailbox. Huge patch. I'm going to pull back here. And it's all along the road here. Very inconspicuous. Here's another huge patch. But I really like it. I think it's way cooler than grass. And so that, my friends, is my latest gardening video concerning ground cover. I would like to find more species of sedum to propagate. Those are the only two that I've found growing in the area that I like, though. There are one or two more species actually that I found, but I don't care for them. One of them looks a bit too much like grass, and the other one is way too weak. What I mean by that is it wouldn't be able to block the grass or other vegetation from overtaking it. So those are the two that I've got. Looking for more. Hoping that my peacock spike moss is going to survive. Yeah, it's another beautiful day here in Modena. I hope you guys have a great one.